Hey everybody, this is Vince. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm looking at a book called What is the Bible by Rob Bell. And I'm going to try to do it for you in under 5 minutes. So here we go. To get right to it, the main drive of this book is to show that the Bible is a meaningful book that can be meaningful to you no matter what your walk of life or your faith, but you have to learn how to read it correctly. And correctly to Bell means that the Bible was written by humans who were trying to understand God, just like you and me. And so by participating in their thinking and their struggling, we find a lot of insights from the Bible for our daily lives. To get us there, he's going to start off looking at tons of stories, just one after the other in the Bible, to show us how they're much deeper and meaningful than we would think if we just read what was on the surface. A secondary goal of the book, and probably more interesting, is to battle ways that we have misread the Bible. And one way in particular that we've misread the Bible is through thinking the Bible is inerrant or has no errors, that everything it says in all places is historically and scientifically reliable. To understand where he's going with this and how he got there, it's beneficial to talk about his relationship with evangelicalism. Rob Bell was an evangelical, and honestly, I'm not really sure if he calls himself that anymore, although I know the majority of evangelical leaders would say that he is and not. In fact, he's not even Christian. That's on the far, far right. But in Bell's view, evangelicalism has really turned what he would say is the truth of the gospel and the Bible into rigid doctrines and beliefs on the whole that hurt the message of Christ more than they help it. And one of these is inerrancy. Probably the evangelical community's ire for Bell comes mostly because he's such a dynamic personality and engaging writer. I read through this, I listened to the audiobook. I suggest the audiobook, actually. It's hard not to laugh along with him as he tells these stories and he leads you through the Bible, and he shows you that in his opinion how evangelicals get it wrong. In fact, one of the things that I found most consistent with evangelical reviews of this book was that they were very scared that people were going to fall for it, because Bell was such a compelling speaker and writer. It's definitely a fun read, and it's a very light read. In my opinion, the best quotation from the book that really gets to Bell's point is this one. Did Mozart's symphonies win? In your estimation, has Mozart prevailed? Do Mozart's songs take the cake? Are his concertos true? Odd questions, right? They're odd because that's not how you think of Mozart's music. They're the wrong categories. What you do with Mozart's music is you listen to it and you experience it, and maybe you study it or play it, but mostly you enjoy it. And that's what we're supposed to do with the Bible, according to Bell. Listen to it, experience it, enjoy it. To Bell, the Bible is a very human book that speaks to humans on many different levels. He says, first, the Bible isn't a Christian book. I say that because many people have come to understand the Bible as a book for a certain group of people to claim and own, and then help them divide themselves from everyone else. Read evangelicals is what he's saying here. But the Bible is a book about what it means to be human, and we are all, before anything, human. So he tries to get rid of any of this exclusivism that says we own the Bible. Everybody owns the Bible, and the Bible is owned by nobody. Everybody can read the Bible and get something out of the Bible. Bell deals a lot with these wrong types of questions to ask, but one that I wanted to point out because he keeps coming back to it, and I also thought it would be meaningful for an awful lot of people, is this question that you often hear of, why did blank have to happen? Or why did God have to do it that way? The reason that it's the wrong question is because it's a loaded question. It's people who bring their own interpretation of God to God. Bell says, so when you read that God told them to kill everyone in the village, someone wrote that. That's how someone understood that event. Don't drag God into it. The Bible is a library of books reflecting how human beings have understood the divine. People at that time believed the gods were with them when they went to war and killed everyone in the village. What you're reading is someone's perspective that reflects the time and the place that they lived in. It's not God's perspective, it's theirs. He says, it wasn't written by a third party somewhere in the sky who passively and objectively tells you what the plan is. It was written by real people in real places at real times, doing their best to make sense of it all. So, what is the Bible according to Bell? It's an ancient library of poems, letters, and stories that can transform the way you think and feel about everything. The answer was there all along. All right, that is What is the Bible by Rob Bell. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe to my page.